Hey, what's going on, YouTube? It's me, the BBK, and welcome back to the pool house. What's going on, Just Be Real? Hey, Camille, what's up, boss? Oh, y'all. I'm so tired. I still got to go to the store. It's been a crazy day. But I want to get into the waiting game that we're playing, trying to figure out who's going to win the election. Now, at work today, it was people that were very anxious. They were very moody. They were having these, what do you call them, where your emotions are up and down and up and down. I was like, why? And the woman said they've been at 253 to 213 for almost 48 hours. And you know me, I ain't never one to, walk away from a good debate, a good conversation, not a fight, a conversation, a debate. I said, well, I see your frustration. I said, because Biden has 264, not 253, right? And she proceeded to tell me, well, that's not what, MSNBC says and CNN says. So I said, well, let me ask you something. You're upset about the numbers being at 253 to 213 for almost 2 days, right? She said, yeah, I have a problem with that because we should know by now. And I said, understood. How would you feel if you found out today that the numbers were actually 264 to 214 and had been like that for almost 48 hours? How would that make you feel? When I tell you homegirl loped up, she was mad. I'm talking about she was supersized mad. She was mega mad. Super burger mad. Supersized mad. Homegirl was heavyweight fucking angry. Why? Well, because they want to make it seem like he's winning, but he's not. So I figured, at that point, she's saying something that makes no sense to me. I don't understand. So maybe this is not going to be the debate that I had planned on it being, a good conversation, something healthy and hearty. Because I already see that she mad about bad information. She mad over bad information. Then if I asked her if she would be even more mad with new information, she was like, yes, she would be. And I said, but why are you anxious because we don't know? Is it really going to make a difference in your life if the one you didn't vote for wins? And she started giving me, her 2 cents. I said, check this out. They already know who was going to be president long before the polls open. This is something that has been planned out and predicted for some time. They've been playing a chess game. They've been putting all of their pieces in order, setting up their rooks and their pawns and knights and kings and generals and all of this. They've been strategically placing them, waiting on this very day to come. Now I see all of these people excited and anxious and mad because we don't have real numbers. Now I will say, earlier I came on real quick and said, look, is it true that I hear tell we're not going to find out until the 12th? Today is the 5th. The 12th will be next Thursday. Why is it going to take that long? And then it dawned on me. He filed lawsuits to stop the counting in the 5 states that he thought he was going to win. Nevada, Wisconsin, Michigan, Georgia, and Pennsylvania. Now, Michigan and Wisconsin, I believe, told him they ain't stopping nothing, keep counting. So that leave him with Pennsylvania, Georgia, and Nevada. Look. Cheeto Head's his ex-co-worker colleague said he believes that if Cheeto Head don't win the 2020, he'll come back and run again in 2024. And that's his right. He has the right to do that. But what does he think his absence from the White House is going to do for his return in 4 years? Can anybody make that make sense? Because it doesn't make sense to me. You didn't do shit when you was in there. You didn't keep half the promises that you made when you was in there. You undid a lot of good stuff that Barack had done. And the only thing you have to show for your 4 years is us almost getting into not one but 2 wars and a pandemic. Oh, yeah, and you were in place when they decided that they were going to, change our way of living, and this would now be our new norm. You were at the helm, right? Okay. But remember what I told y'all. Birds of a feather flock together. All of them was running in the same circle for a minute. That means Joe was up there too. Hell, Joe was out there. Hell, if Barack was out there, Joe was out there at the island. And I'm going to tell you something else, too. I've told y'all how criminals get smarter as the cops catch on to their little tricks in the trade, right? Every time you catch a criminal, a serial criminal, who breaks the law and then makes it easy for other people to break the law, too, as soon as they figure out they've been found out, they modify how they break the law. And our Crime Stoppers modify how they catch them, right? They were all going to Epstein's Island, right? Messing with the kids, doing all of the things, having the spirit cooking. So now that Epstein got caught up, hemmed up, jammed up, and put down, 6 feet under, rest in hell. Nigga, you don't need no peace. Rest in hell, Epstein. Now, they figure, let's spread the danger. Let's not have all of the festivities on one particular island. Let's everybody buy an island, and then we can rotate and take turns. Now, where is the advantage in that? Where is the benefit in that? Let me tell you where. Because, see, Epstein's Island was the go-to. One of Epstein's errors, dare I say errors, is that he had his jet transporting the people back and forth. He had his set of pilots running the people back and forth. So when the shit went down with them questioning all of his people who had an allegiance to them. I'm sure he paid for their allegiance. But now if you start rotating islands, then everybody shares a responsibility in the crime, right? That means that, Harpo, she share her 2 cents. She gonna have to pay for her allegiance to her people. They're gonna have to keep them quiet. E gonna have to be kept quiet, and y'all already know now. I'm gonna have to stick with the code names because YouTube tripping. They YouTube messing with me. E gonna have to figure out and get an allegiance to her on her island. To all of these people that's got islands, when they're done with Club Fed or whatever, wherever, they're gonna have to get their game up, step their game up. They're gonna have to pull it together. They're gonna have to make it work. It's gonna have to be a cohesive effort. Now, Tom and Branson right now have the best formidable islands. Now, I don't think having an island for the sake of being a pedo is the thing that you want to do. However, the way that their islands are set up, it definitely buys them getaway time. It allows them to see you before you can see them. And it gives them more discretion. They have more discretion. Now, you would think that because they have an island out in the middle of nowhere that it was discreet enough. Because, see, if you recall, they said you could only get to his island by helicopter. But at the same time, they claim you could only get there by boat. So which one is it? You see how it go? The transcript said you can only get there by helicopter. Why? Because he did not have a landing strip on the island, which means you had to land at mainland. You had to taxi to the helipad, get on the helicopter, and fly over. Why? Because, again, they have their mansions on the island set up in such a way that they can see you long before you see them. What's going on, Anthony? What's up, boss man? King Boss in the house. You got it, Ant. What's been going on? I was over there listening to your replay while I was at work, in between distractions. But yeah, we talking about how, everybody is sharing their responsibility and accountability in having an island and inappropriate things to go on at the island. Before, everybody was just using Epstein because he was the go-to man. Let all of the heat fall on him. All of the heat fell on him. He went to prison and they took him out in prison. But then when they got his girl, what did they do? They released a transcript so they could out everybody else. So we're just over here talking about, how everybody's getting all their ducks in a row. You know what I'm saying? Getting ready to go to Club Fed, getting ready to rebrand. People are still buying islands and, redoing mansions, and they're being very strategic with it. I said I felt like they're sharing the responsibility of, being somewhere doing something that they ain't had no business doing with all of their little friends. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Just Be Real? Yeah, so, everybody's getting smarter in how they break the laws. But it's always going to be one. It's always going to be one that's going to make it difficult for you, going to make it hard for you. Now, they got these underground mansions. They have surveillance, air surveillance over a certain part of the island. See, this is something that I found out when I was doing my research the other day. Is that, and this comes with money and power, obviously. But when you get your island, you can have almost like a control room, if you will. And it's like the helm of the ship. So you got a room that's monitoring your airspace. People are not allowed within X range of your airspace. They have a room that watches for underground activity, or excuse me, not underground, underwater activity. No subs, no, what do you call them, little, those little things that, not jet skis, the ones that you hold on and it drives you underwater, make you go fast underwater. None of that. They can see all of that coming long before you get there. All kinds of alarms and bells and whistles to protect them. What's going on today's woe? Right, some judges about to join that bunch too from the Supreme. Yes, sir. That was something else that I was about to get into. Is the Supreme Court. They questioning 10 women now, I think, trying to get into, is it Congress or the House of Representatives? I saw that little quick article on Twitter. But yeah, a lot of those judges, baby, the way they moving them around and bouncing them around and doing all of the things, honey, this is all a plan to get ready. This is a plan to get ready, to try to keep everything flowing very easy and in motion while they go through this, difficult time. Because it is difficult for them. Everything their life has already been uprooted because they're fixing to have to, go get locked up. They won't be able to do the things that they've done in the past. They'll still be eating a filet mignon, their chorizo or whatever the stuff is called, that funny looking rice, and they'll be able to eat whatever they want and probably can drink whatever they want, have movie nights and whatnot, but they're going to do it all within a federal facility. So it's going to be very different for them. Anxiety. I've been saying this for the last couple of days. I want to ask y'all so bad who y'all voted for, but I don't want anybody to feel uncomfortable about it. If you feel like sharing, you most certainly can. Tell us who you voted for and why. And this is just, I know y'all don't think I can have one, but it's a friendly conversation. It's not a fight. I'm not passionate about it because I already told y'all who I voted for. And if you didn't hear it, you have to go back and listen to my other videos. I'm not repeating it for that reason. I started my video off saying, do not let your anxiety get the best of you because we're waiting, right? It's a waiting game. So don't feel some kind of way because you don't know. Because when you find out, then what? If it's the person you voted for, then what? If it's not the person you voted for, then what? You see what I'm saying? We're already being subjected to things that are damaging to our health. So we don't need to add stress to the equation, right? We don't need to add that ingredient. We have enough. Damn, I didn't read the whole article. I got some funny articles that were a little different, and it was about people helping people. A black dude, I think he was 26 years old. He was helping an old white man, and I think the old white man, he had to have been real close to 120, and I'm exaggerating, but I'm just saying he was real close to 120. And he was scared to go down the escalator. So the brother, he said, here, give me your arm, let me help you out. And he helped him down the escalator. Now, we're talking about don't let the anxiety get the best of you. So I want to give you an example about what I mean. If by chance Cheeto Head was the winner. I'm digging in my teeth, sorry. Cheeto Head was the winner, and he was back in office for another 4 years. Do you know I envision a white person having something to say because the black person decided to help the little old man get down the escalator? Like, if you think about how they try us now and call us out our names and have so much to say, what do you think they would have to say when they look up and see him holding this little old man by his arm, helping him down the escalator? I mean, people have attacked black people for worse. For just minding their business, leaving a store, entering a store, standing in line. They've been attacked for no reason whatsoever. And now here y'all are walking in the mall, and y'all see this black man holding a white man by the arm. Let me tell you what I think gonna happen. They gonna see him as a ruggish, thuggish bone. They gonna see him as having a hidden agenda. They gonna see him as a thief trying to steal from the... they gonna see a lot of things. What could happen? They could get attacked. He could get attacked. He could get jumped, shot, killed, stabbed. And all kind of lies told on him about what he was doing with that little old white man when he was only helping him down the escalator. So you seeing they were really acting a fool. They acting a fool right now, just be real. They acting a fool right now. Listen, I can't tell you a lot about it because I was sneaking when I seen it, but I saw this little video clip on Instagram. And what the thing had said, the caption was saying something along the lines, the girl was scratching out Black Lives Matter, I guess from a wall. Either she was scratching it out or she was drawing it up there, painting it on. Somebody had a problem with it and they jumped her. I guess jumped her and her friends. She ended up getting stabbed in her back, and a white man got his whole neck cut, his throat cut. He didn't even know he was dying. He was applying pressure to keep the bleeding down, but he was walking and talking, and she was like, "Are you cut?" And he said, "Yeah, I think so." He said, "Something's leaking." And she was like, "Oh my God, oh my God, they cut his throat." Started freaking out when she saw how much blood he was losing. Now, if they've been clowning and cutting up like that, and we still waiting on the results to come, what you think gonna happen when they say Cheeto Head, another 4 years for presidency? They gonna act a fool. When they say Joe Biden is the new chief and acting commander, they gonna act a fool. It's a catch-22, a slippery slope. They gonna act a fool no matter which way the election go tonight. Ain't nothing gonna stop them. No, I mean worse than oh yeah, absolutely. Hey, Cass Favor. Thank you, mamas. Thank you. Hey, babe. There go my boo. I miss you, mamas. Thank you for stopping by. Please hit the like button, babe, on your way out if you're not staying. And if you are staying, I'll feel you in the penthouse, in the skybox. I do believe that, just be real. That's just how I feel. When you look at all of the negativity that's going on now with the world, people running up calling us blacks. That Latino girl was in her car. They went and put their cars and trucks and blocked her in, so she couldn't leave. And then all of them got out and act like they was gonna jump her. She wasn't scared. She was live. She was filming them, but it could have went very, very badly. The black girl that went to the PTA meeting, that's what I call it, the PTA meeting. I don't know. She was in front of somebody at the city council. She went down there and spoke her piece, and she drugged them for filth. She gave them a few little, profane words and stuff too. And then she left. She was in Kansas City, I believe. She been doing video logs showing how Kansas City police is following her, harassing her, trying to intimidate her because of what she said about them, how they treat us, the election, and how they're going to continue to treat us. Wasn't no lies told. It was all the truth. It was all the truth. Now, I'm going to tell you one more truth. I know for a fact that YouTube is turning up the heat. I'm a witness. I don't want to go too much into it because I need to do something before I speak to. I don't want to give the evil people any ideas. But I'm a witness to it. I can attest it. Girl, I stay strapped. Oh, you and me both, just be real. You and me both. You and me both. My mama told me I'm going to mess around and accidentally go to jail. And I said, yeah, it won't be an accident. It'll be on purpose. I will buy another popper. Oh, yeah. Lurkers. Yeah. So, Robbie Privilege. Shout out to Robbie Privilege. You might better know her as Robbie Honest or Honest T. Robbie Privilege did a video. And she was telling the people, about YouTube and what YouTube is doing, been up to. Conscious TV did a video about a week or two ago and was telling everybody that, you have to check your subscriptions. YouTube is unsubscribing people. Okay? I've had messages, I've had inquiries over the last month asking why their comments got deleted. Why am I deleting comments, and why am I deleting comments out of the chat? And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Now, y'all know I do feel like next to today's I feel like I have the best moderators on earth, and I ride for them 300%. And my moderators are the type of queens that, if they see something that just don't look right, they take care of it. I pretty much ride with whatever decision they take, and I support them wholeheartedly. However, when I checked with my mods, nobody knew what I was talking about. Come to find out, it's fucking YouTube. Hey, Queen Diva. Thank you, boss, for coming over, babe. Thank you. It was YouTube. My moderators ain't did nothing. YouTube is unsubscribing people. YouTube is deleting comments out of chats and underneath videos. I've been told y'all with receipts that YouTube will send their moderators into a live chat if it's big enough and it's a lot going on in the chat. They will send their own moderators, little invisible get bots, and they'll start going in and wiping out comments. Or they used to ask for approval, now they just wipe them out. I guess they didn't like how we were moderating. I don't know. You don't, because I'm not one yet. You missing one. So, she spoke on that. She also said if you're going to catch a replay, if you're going to leave a comment under a video you haven't watched, she suggested that you guys go and watch at least 60 seconds of a video, so that YouTube don't mistake you as being a bot. Right? Now, I lost y'all last night. Yeah, you didn't come on. You didn't click the link and come on with us. And in the cave. Girl, yes, honey. We was something everywhere, child. JLC had came, but by the time I got to the computer, got my hands free and got to the computer, she was gone. I didn't know how to get her back. But she said if you don't watch at least 60 seconds of the video, then the algorithm will start to look at you as a bot, right? And do y'all remember one time, it's been a while back, actually some bots did they come in James? I don't remember if they came in James' chat or not, but I know the bots came in Maddie's chat, and the bots came in a different chat that had a large following while I was in there moderating. And they would come through, and half of them would come through in the form of strippers and pornos, and then the other half would come through with all these funny different languages and whatever. And, we figured somebody was trying to spam the chat, right? It was later reported that those bots come from buying subscribers, which, by the way, shout out to the official T-Pain. Kingpain, official Kingpain over at the Lituation Hideout. He dropped a little dose of tea on the gentleman's panel tonight and said that Storm Monroe had bought his subscribers. So I guess that tea is being dropped out tonight, that he bought some of his subscribers. Maybe that has something to do with him and Tasha K's separation. Maybe not. I have not looked into it yet. I like me some Storm Monroe. I like me some Tasha K. But let me stay on track. But I say all of that to say is that when you buy subscribers, you invite a certain amount of trash into your lives. And then those lives start to affect your comment section. Then when YouTube gets wind of it, it starts to affect your channel. If you just gonna watch 10 seconds of a video and comment, YouTube may remove your comment because they think you a bot. So she was recommending that you watch at least 60 seconds of it so it can show that you're a real live person or more. And then maybe YouTube will leave the comment. She, along with 2 other people, has said in the past not to use a lot of emojis in the chat, because a lot of emojis is a sign that you may be a bot or a bot subscriber. Now, we know I ain't got no bot paid subscribers or supporters over here. But larger content creators may possibly have them. And yeah, they come and they wreak havoc. And if you don't address them, they just spam your chat and put all kind of stuff through your chat and all kind of emojis and all that kind of stuff out through your chat, and it just messes it up. And then now YouTube looking at your chat, now YouTube looking at you, and now the next thing you know is deleting this, cutting this off, cutting that back your subscribers. Look, I told y'all a while back, YouTube and Google, it is business for them. It is about making money. That they already make a large amount of money just for the number of people that are using the platform, right? It's a popular platform, a popular streaming platform. But other competitors are starting to, close the gap. Like this new Bigo streaming out. What's the mukbang lady, B Loves Life? I saw her advertising it. And then I saw Rita advertising it. And I know where Rita got it from. And I see they trying to push Rita over there. But in order for Rita, oh wow, that is good to know. Yes, Cass, yes. And in order for Rita to make her mark and her niche on Bigo, she got to be on Bigo like she is over here. But I mean, I get it. It's hard to do when you're used to seeing a lot of people in the chat that you know. And so then when you go over to a new platform and you start going live, you got maybe 6 or 7 people in there. But you know what? Everybody got to start from the bottom and work their way up. And if I could just give Rita one word of advice, I would say go over there and spend a whole day over on Bigo. And then tomorrow, spend a whole day over on Bigo. Not YouTube, Bigo. On that third day, that crowd, she'll get that crowd that she's looking for because her name going to start moving through them Bigo streets. Still got Periscope. Periscope is still a streaming platform. They have a platform called YouNow. Not YouTube, YouNow. That's a streaming platform. But Google has done so much reckless and unethical business moves that now they're paying the price for it. They're being sued. They're going to have to pay out of a lot of money. How you think they're going to get it back? Through us, the content creators. They're going to get the money back through the content creators. How can they do it? They can be through a number of ways. Number one, they could, snatch your channel for a couple of months. That's money that they'll save, that they're not paying out to you, right? They could increase the percentage that they take from our check. What's the name again? What name, just for real? The name of the content creator, because I don't have a community wall on this page, so I can't share her post because this page don't have a wall. Her name is Rob B. Privileged. They could increase the percentage that they take from our checks. It's 30% right now. It could easily go up to anywhere from between 33 to 35 to 36 to 42. Who knows? I'm just throwing out options of what could happen. They could easily hit the off switch on the live stream. Let me tell you something. I know y'all's tired of hearing it. Let me make my point. I keep telling y'all, one day you're going to hit the lights and it won't be no electricity. If they hit the off switch on the live stream, do you know how many content creators will be dead in the water because they don't know how to do an upload or know how to edit or do any of that to put up videos? Do you know how many people will just be stuck like, duh? Money saved from Google. Because you're not going to be putting up content. Your watch hours going to go down. Your check's going to go down. They'll save money. It's all a game. It's all business. It's all business move. Chess, not checkers. It's all about the dollar bill. Cheeto Head is a businessman that happened to be the 45th you know what. And he ran this world like the business it was designed to be. Not like a nation, not like a company, but like a corporation. That's how this country was designed to be. We end up with our niche talking about the home of the free and the brave. Bitch, the brave is dead. And the free is not finna be free no more. They finna shut all that shit down. We're going back to the slavery. I know y'all tired of hearing it, but it is what it is, and I'm gonna keep speaking on it until I cannot say. See, I told you. As long as I can keep saying, see, I told you. What did I tell y'all? What did we talk about? What did we just laugh about? What did we conspiracy about? As long as I can say that to you, I'm gonna keep talking about it. I'm going to keep talking about it. So don't let your anxiety get built up, get worked up, get all anxious because you want to know who's the next person. Whoever it is, it ain't what you think. It ain't going to be like they claim, and the damn show ain't going to be what you voted for. Everybody going to be happy until them first 100 days. And the first 100 days, wait a minute, what was Barack saying? The first 100 days should be like the first. Wait, you can't tell anything in the first 100 days. It's like the first 1,000 days. That's a quote from Obama. So the first 1,000 days, which is a little over 3 months, would tell you. Oh wait. 1,000 days. Wait a minute, I'm tripping. Hold on. 1,000 days. Oh Lord, have mercy. So Barack is saying instead of it being 100 days, which is a little over 3 months, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference in what a president has done until the first 1,000 days, which is a little over 3 years. Right as they come to the end of their term, that's when you can really see what they've been doing the whole time they've been there. And let's talk about exactly what Cheeto Head been doing for the 1,000 days that he's been in office. Cheeto Head done damn near got us into 2 wars. We done messed up our treaty with Iran. We done messed up anything that we had with China. We about to fuck up with Israel. South Korea is not really benefiting from anything that we thought we were doing for them. I mean, like, it's so many different situations. I'm digging in my tea. Like, if y'all remember, was it last year that Cheeto Head went over to Putin's house? I think he in Russia or Germany. He went over there, and we got him on camera not trying to shake the man's hand. Now, I'm going to tell you something about politics. There is, in politics, and a certain level of business where you learn, you have someone that gives you the heads up on where you're going. Like, for instance, in my speech communication class, we were taking a trip to Japan. And we had to learn a little bit about their culture and the respect in their culture. So, Tokyo, Japan, women don't look men in the eye. See, over here, we like to look eye to eye. That's how you can tell a lot of times if somebody lying. But over there, women don't look men in the eye. Men look men to men, look eye to eye, not women. Also, in Japan and Tokyo, their heritage is not to shake hands, but to bow. See, over here we shake hands and we hug. Over there, they bow. The woman goes halfway with her bow, and the man goes a quarter of a way with his bow, with your hands to your side. There are so many different things we found out in the business world with other countries, traveling to other countries. But I say all of that to say this. In this country, in this nation, we have white people who just decide to get in somebody else's business because the sun is shining bright. Like the white lady whose neighbors were having their yard done. They were having landscaping, getting the grass cut, leaves plucked up, raked up, flowers trimmed, and all of the things. The landscapers came in work trucks. They all had the same t-shirt on for the company. They were in uniform. They were there and ready to work. The white woman came out of her house, started cussing them out, and told them they wasn't welcome in the neighborhood. Who the hell does she think she is? These people are paying for these men to come and do the work at their house, and you come out of your house and try to go and tell somebody else how to run their yard in the neighborhood and who wanted and who not. Like and the men tried their best to be respectful to her. She called them so many names. I just thought to myself, you know what? I don't know if I could be the bigger person. I think the first N-word that I am in a public place, baby, when I open up, everything just gonna come falling out. Baby, when I tell you I'm gonna cuss her from New York to Tennessee, from Tennessee to Galilee, I'm gonna take her. I'll take you there. Girl. And they very openly do it. We see the police openly let a white man chase them down with a knife. They running from a man with a knife. But a black man just walking to them with no weapon, everybody unload their guns on them. It's a difference. They playing right in our face. They showing us. I know y'all heard that saying, I can show you better than I can tell you. What you think they doing? Listen. They're showing us that Cheeto Head said he didn't like brown and black, and he gonna mistreat them every chance he get. And it ain't nothing that we can do about it. The brown and black that have supported him for these 4 years have said, we hear you loud and clear, and we're going to make you proud. We're going to go after all of these people so that you can show them that you have favoritism with us because we're the color that you're like. Tell me y'all can't see that. They're very evil at heart. Tell me y'all can't see this stuff happening in plain daylight, right before our eyes. Look at our children in school. You got the women sexting the little boys, the men sexting the little girls. Hell, you got everybody sexting on somebody. But then you got these teachers that determine your little girl's afro puffs or your little girl's dreadlocks or your little girl's braids are a distraction in class. So she's going to cut them off. Let me tell you something. I don't give a damn what kind of hairstyle my child go to school with at the age of 8, 7, 8, 5, 6, 10. I wish one of you son of a biscuit eating cereal bowl wearing head ass bitches would put one pair of shears to my child's head. You understand what I'm telling you? You understand what I'm telling you? Who are you to cut a child's hair because you don't like the style? But let's don't stop there. Let's don't stop at 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's remember the young man that was in high school that was over there with the wrestling match. The black boy who had been wearing dreads his whole term in high school. They out here at this wrestling match. Girl, they turn their ass up. And now they at the finals. Woo, they at the competition. And it's time to go kick some ass. And the referee stops and says, I'm not going to let him fight with that hair. That boy was a whole teenager in high school. He's somebody's baby. But he's a young man. That young man loved the sport he was in. So they told him, you can't fight with those locks. And his coach, he argued, he fussed, he tried to get them to change their mind. They wouldn't change their mind. His coach told him, you know what, bro, don't worry about it. I'll put somebody else in. The black boy said, no, cut them, coach. Cut my locks off, coach. Huh? Oh yeah, he told his coach, cut him. I want this dude, coach. Cut my locks off. The coach cut the little boy's locks off. I forgive me, I'm saying little boy. I say that because hell, my son twice his age. The coach cut that boy's locks off. Baby, he went out there and put a whooping on that white boy. And when they throwed his arm up and said they was the champions, he broke down crying. Hell, I cried too seeing the video. He wasn't crying because they won. He was crying because he sacrificed the locks that he loved for a sport that he loved. And he had been backed against the wall and given a choice. Do you want to play by my rules, or do you want to sit on the bench by your rules? He made a conscious decision. Cut him, coach. I want his ass. And baby, he went out there and handed it to him too. Of course, his parents had a problem with it. His parents sued the school. I have not found out if they won or not, or if they settled out of court. Don't know. But I say all of that to say this. It's not just the babies. See, we done seen them in the in the daycare. They ain't even in school yet. We done seen them in the daycare getting smacked around, letting other little kids fight on them, bite on them, slap them in the face. We done seen the candy camera. We done seen the kindercare get the kids. We done seen the first and second graders here. We done seen some shit go down with all of the kids. The little boy, they cut his locks. He was what, 6, 7? We seen the little girl, they cut her ponytails. We seen the other little girls where the other students cut their hair. We saw the little junior high girl, they held her down and cut her. We've seen all of this during Cheeto Head's reign as president. He ain't doing right by the kids. He ain't doing right by the teachers. He ain't doing right by the school system or the school budget. You're not doing right by the civilians that work in this country to help you make your revenue. But you sure can go over there and pull them out the penitentiary for your picks and chooses. Oh, you sure can ride side by side with your pedo friends while they go do their dirt. And you can, be cool with all of them. Because see, let's not forget, Epstein's lawyer was counseling him too at one time. Epstein's lawyer got indicted. And as Anthony said a little while ago, some judges are about to get indicted too from the Supreme Court. If y'all remember, just 2 or 3 weeks ago, wasn't he just nominating somebody to the Supreme Court? Hey, I'm just saying, just go Google it yourself. We can talk about it at a later time. When you believe what you see and not listen to me talk about what I seen and what I believe. You can go look for yourself. Everything they do is so easily predictable. Almost like the people running around here, in real life. He should have sat back down. You know what? I wanted him to, but you know what? When it comes to your kids, when they find a sport that they really like, whether it's band, running track, football, basketball, whatever it is, we try to support them, and we want to, we want them to be happy. We want them to have fun. We want them to do what makes them happy. So as a parent or a relative, I would say I hope he sits down because I know how much he loves his hair. But at the same time, I would definitely support my child if he told the coach to cut his locks off. But I would be sitting over there seething the whole time. He would be beating that white boy to death. I would be pissy mad over there. But he was big enough to make that decision. What about your 5-year-old that couldn't make that decision? What about your 6-year-old that couldn't make that decision? And then they stand in your face and look at you like you did something wrong. See, the same way all this stuff been happening to our kids and our teachers. Now you got the kids jumping up and jumping on the teachers, hitting the teachers in the face with chairs and shit, all of that kind of stuff. See, what's about to happen? You got the teachers in there that told the Mexican boy, take his ass back where he came from. Hold on, bitch. You ain't from here. Who is you to tell this junior high, he was in junior high, Hispanic, to go anywhere? Because bitch sound like you not from over here. You go after you. You leave first. Yep, he still won. He sure did. You remember that video, huh? You know what I'm talking about. When I moved here, my son went to daycare. First day they called him. That would have been his last day, just be real. See, you have to treat, when your kids are that small, you have to treat the daycare and the teachers and the workers almost like the people at the restaurants, at the fast food places. See, even though you may upset me before I get my food, I can't cuss your ass out until I done got my food. You gonna have to hand my food across the threshold. Now I can light your ass up any way I can. I can't do it before then, because then you sudden to wipe your nuts with my bread on my sandwich. You might pee on the French fries or something. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying. You might, nut in my salad. You could do anything to my food and then hand it to me. So, see, I have to hold my anger until I get my food, and I can let you have it. Same way with your kids. You have to be decent with them and try to work with them as long as your child is going there. It's not until you get ready to snatch your child out that you can go in there and burn that bitch down. See, so you have to be politically correct. And what I'm finding out is that we don't even get along with our own people. And we wonder why the Hispanics have so much more than we do on our land. Why the Asians have so much more than what we do on our land, in our country, in our native heritage. Why the Filipinos, the Tagalogs, the Chinese, the Vietnamese, the Japanese girl, why they over here in our shit, in our yard, prospering better than we are. Driving Mercedes and Panthers and Jaguars and having mini mansions and all of the things and underground swimming pools and condos with the swimming pool as a flow. And why are they over here on our turf doing better than we are on our turf? Because we're too trifling to learn semantics. We're too trifling to learn how to politic. How to network, how to collab. And what's more important is we are very poor communicators. We're very poor communicators, and I'm going to tell you why. Because when we try our best to have a decent discussion with you, and we see that you're not registering with it, we should stop the discussion and maybe get a neutral party. If you're at the school, grab the principal or the PTA principal, or go down and have a meeting at the superintendent's office. You should halt the conversation and bring in a third party. But what happens is when we trying to tell somebody something and they don't want to listen, emotions get high, And then things are said that they can't take back. Now we enemies. And even like two neighbors living next to each other. You mad because I put my trash can next to the tree that's in between both properties out on the sidewalk. And instead of you just having a conversation with me, you go put your trash down and use your trash cans to push mine back down to now they in front of the driveway. My people can't get, like, communicate. We don't need you writing no letters, leaving them on the car. We don't need you writing no letters, putting them in the mailbox. We don't need you writing no letters, sticking it on the door. Bitch, be man or woman enough to have a conversation. Because if y'all can't talk about it, how you think y'all gonna be able to live next door to each other? If y'all can't talk about it, how you think you're gonna be able to work together? Because, honey, trying to be professional with somebody that you don't like usually doesn't last very long at all. I watched a documentary on them, and they have caste system worse than Americans. They have watched a documentary, and they have some kind of system worse than Americans. Okay. Yeah. So, as I've told y'all in the past, when it get dark, when the lights go out, it's going to be every man for theyself. When 911 don't come, it's going to be every man for theyself. Let me tell you something. If you needed help, and the last person on earth to help you was your enemy, I bet you could go to them and ask for help. Crying and feeling sorry and lying, apologizing and giving excuses. Why not just go have a conversation and squash that shit before it get bad? So that when you do need help, that person will feel some kind of way and maybe come and help you. I mean, like, I've been watching and hearing, some of the things that go down on YouTube, and I see people getting bullied, and I see people name coming up and stuff all the time, and I've seen some of these same people have a misunderstanding and talk about it and move past it and move on. Well, I've seen people in the same group who have fell out, doxed, drug kids, and did all of the things. They didn't even never have a sit down and apologize and do none of the things. They just came together and poof, before you know it, honey, they was kicking in and kicking in her like it wasn't nothing. Y'all didn't have a conversation. Y'all didn't have no apologies. Y'all didn't talk about it. Y'all didn't cry, but y'all just... What's the difference? What's the difference? One, you came together for a common cause. That usually never works. If you have a conversation, at least you get a chance to know what sparked the fire. And you know how to react accordingly. When them lights don't go out, when them lights don't come on, we definitely gonna be needing help. See, like, my neighbor on the right of me, he got a gas grill. Bitch, he gonna be over here begging for this charcoal when he ain't got no more butane and he can't leave the house to go get none. You see what I'm talking about? That's the kind of little stuff I'm talking about. I'm a salt fiend. I bet you it's 6 things of salt back up in there in the back. Somebody gonna need some salt for what? Cooking? Nope. Killing them little snails that be crawling on the sidewalk. Pouring it over your ice to slow the ice from melting. Cooking as well. Absolutely for the rim of your drinks. Lots of things. Paper towels, tissues, waters. So if I wasn't getting along with none of my neighbors when they need help, I wouldn't be willing to help them. And if I need help, they wouldn't be willing to help me. We wouldn't last together in this neighborhood if we was trapped in here together. But when you get over things for a common reason, you can last that storm. But what happens when the next storm comes? I'm going to be better prepared so I don't have to need anything from anyone. Or at least that's what people try to think. Now, I caught a little bit of the gentleman's panel tonight, the last little part of the gentleman's panel. It was funny. I do have to go back and listen to it from the beginning, because at the end, all I kept hearing Jay Wilson say was, I'm going to do an after party and I'm going to tell the people how bad you mistreated me and all the things. And I was like, he got to be kidding. So I got to go listen to the whole thing so I could see what did I, miss. Because like I said, I came in, it was close to the end. And then I got to go listen to Jay Wilson's after party, because he seemed very happy about it. And I like that. Now, I'm still blocked. He told a lie once before and said he had unblocked me. But child, that block is a twofold thing. You can't just hit one button. You got to try to find the second button and hit it too. But, that's another story. So, yeah. Don't let your anxiety for these elections get the best of you. It doesn't matter who's going to be president, whether you voted for him or not. The bottom line is we going to have to get in line and get with the program that they got set forth from us. Because let me tell you something. They could give Mickey Mouse the presidency right now. When he get in there, he going to have to do exactly what the hell they had already lined up before he got there. He going to have to do it, whether he like it or not. Period. See? But now, what I'm going to be doing, if a certain individual ends back up in there and never gets to leave, because I've heard all kinds of threats that he's made, I'm going to focus on the new things that he's tackling and challenging. Because, see, he didn't start sucking up to the black people until damn near time to start campaigning for re-election. Did y'all catch that? Did y'all see that? See, he was up there eating lunch and shit with Kim Kardashian and Kanye, who don't know what color he is. He's stuck in Get Out. They need to get him out. He was meeting with other people. You had whole football teams and whole basketball teams that wouldn't fool with him. Let me tell you something. That would have been the most powerful campaign imaginable. If them NBA, NFL, and NBA were to do those little, 60-second clips and say who they were voting for or whatever, baby, they could sway a nation. But they kind of can't do that, because the owners of the teams be already having their own political thing. Oh, y'all didn't know? Y'all didn't know the basketball games and shit be rigged? Girl, the basketball games, football games be rigged, just like the goddamn horse track and the dog track. Now, the dog track, not so much. I would rather gamble at the dog track than the horse track, because the riders, and I can't remember their name, the guys that ride the horses can be bought. Bitch, the rabbit can't be bought, okay? They put that motherfucking thing, little cardboard looking like a rabbit, on that little string, on that damn machine, and run that bitch, baby. You can't buy a Doberman or a Great Dane. They not up for sale. Not like that, boo. Because, honey, when them gates bust open, they gonna get that goddamn rabbit, honey. You ain't finagling no race with the dogs. You can finagle one with the horses, but not the dogs. Bitch, take me to the dog track. That's where I want to put my money on. Them dogs. So, honey, all they give a damn about is catching a rabbit. Yep. As always, thanks for sharing all knowledge. Oh, thank you today as well. So, yeah. I just want to keep saying, do not let that anxiety get the best of you all over the election. It ain't worth it. Use your energy to prepare. And I know you don't want to hear it. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it until y'all finally get in here. Go get all the waters you can hold, tissue, sanitize, because baby, it's coming. We already in the first week of November. 21 is only around the corner. You're going to blink twice and wake up. You're going to be in 2021, a whole new year. Let me tell you something. It ain't no way you can go wrong by stocking up on all this water and paper towels and sanitizers and canned goods. How can you go wrong? Because whether the lights come on or not, you can still use this stuff. But to have it readily available and sitting on standby is so much more important. Because when you do step out to go to that store and all the shelves is empty and you go to the next one and the next one and the next one and the next one, you can come home and laugh and be like, damn, I wasted more gas looking for a store that didn't have empty shelves than I did trying to buy anything. Because at the end of the day, just come blow some of the dirt off what you got stocked up already and keep pushing. Look, let me tell you something. A lot of people on YouTube are focused on a lot of things. I think they could be focused on things that are more important, but to each his own. Sometimes it's good to, what is the word I'm looking for? Revisit conversations. You know how sometimes you may have a big sister, little sister, or a big brother, little brother conversation, and they're giving you, tips on life or what you can or can't do, should or shouldn't do, something you might want to try. Sometimes it's good to sit back and reflect on some of that information, because it can be tremendously helpful to you in the future if you can understand and accept what's being told. Now, if you can't understand it, then, it is what it is. But you should reflect. Because I'm willing to bet you half the people in what is known to as the beef sector are ill prepared for any of the chaos that's about to befall us. I know people are sitting and waiting on the count, waiting to find out, who's the winner, who's the loser, what we doing, where we going, now what. I get it. But when everything shuts down, when everything go wrong, listen, I had 2 bosses and a nurse, I believe, come in here and tell us, this is months ago, that their kinfolk, they folks, they peeps, they peoples, they relatives in the nursing facilities, in the medical facilities, in the police places, in the jailhouses, in the prisons, then came and told them that they bosses done told them to get ready. I had already started putting that information out there. My people, talking to their people, got a confirmation. They brought it back over here to me, and I've been repeating it ever since. See, the owner of this house just brought in a small generator the other day. And the husband said, I should have bought the bigger one. I wasn't thinking. I was thinking you guys don't need the generator to be running 24/7, so we can charge it in the day and run it at night. But I still think we need a bigger one, so I'm going and get another one. It's going to be bigger, but you will have 2. I already got them going. I got them right where I need them to be, preparing, getting this house prepared. I got a key to this little shed out here, but I'm not going to be in the shed. Oh, hell no. I'm going to walk them bricks right down the side of the house. I got a little spot up on the roof where I'm going to be. If some shit pop off over here, I already got my spot laid out. Oh, yes. I got my trash bags up there held down on the corners with bricks. So wind, rain, snow, whatever come through, it's not going to move my trash bag at all. At all. I got a nice little place to live there. and pick folks off one by one like the living dead if I need to, coming up in this neighborhood. Do not play with me. People think it's a game. I'm going to treat it like a video game. I'm going to go up there and pick them off one by one. Child, get out of here. I tell my kids this year, they say I'm overreacting. So true on that BBK. No. And kids, we don't never want our kids to experience any hardships that we experienced growing up. It's just human nature. That's just how we're built. Whatever we went through, we want to protect our kids from. We want to arm them with the knowledge and resources so that they never have to go through what we went through. See, we was poor when I grew up. So you can't tell me shit about potted meat. Mackerel, sardines, pet milk. You can't tell me a goddamn thing about that right there. Okay? Cinnamon and syrup and butter on bread. Today, y'all call it French toast. I don't know what the hell we was calling it back then, but it was good. Tomato sandwiches. Onions, cucumbers, and tomatoes with vinegar, salt, and pepper. It was called a cucumber salad. We didn't have no lettuce. Beans and weenies. Jelly sandwiches. Bologna sandwiches. Potted meat. Y'all can't tell me nothing about how to eat from a broke budget. I got that. How you think I got these rolls? Let me tell you how I got these rolls. I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you what all these rolls might mean. Yes, baby. I know how to eat on a broke man budget. I do. And I keep telling y'all, walk around your house and act like you don't have no electricity and figure out what it is you need. Do you need oil lamps? Do you need candles? What do you need? You need ice chests? You need ice? What do you need? Walk around your house and act like ain't no light switches working, ain't no microwaves, refrigerators is out and all that, and tell me what you need. Do you have it in your garage? Do you have it in the backyard? That's all I'm saying. Okay, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. That's right, today's. That's right. See, I don't like peanut butter. But yeah, they tell me them peanut butter and jelly sandwiches was the best. Now, my family, they did that. They didn't put no peanut butter on mine. Just give me jelly. I'm good. Yeah. Real easy. Potted meat and crackers. You take the lid on it, pop the lid right off, bam. Just eat a bit of little can. It ain't gonna fill you up, but potted meat and crackers, it'll satisfy your thirst or your hunger for that minute. Weenies, child, y'all, they call them beans and franks now. I don't think we had a name for them back then. You get you some pork and beans and some weenies. Pork and beans, get you some ground beef, put it together. See, today y'all call it chili. I don't know what they called it back then. Hey, it is what it is, girl. Add some ketchup, take away some mustard. I don't know what you want to call it, but baby, you can't tell me nothing about eating on a broke man budget. I got it. But these city kids, they don't know nothing about that. They couldn't near one of them go out there in their backyard right now and tell me the difference between an edible berry and poison ivy. Now, that ain't something I should automatically know because I didn't get to take Girl Scouts here. My folks couldn't afford it. But baby, every time we went down at Uncle Johnny's house, Aunt T. Llewellyn, down in the country, where the red dirt was at, and the dirt roads was at, where they still had outhouses and butane tanks. They had wells where you had to go draw water. Man, you better get the fuck up out of here. They didn't have no washing machine like what we had. They had a washing machine with a roller thing at the top. That's how you wring the clothes. Is you let that roller start sucking them up and you turned the roller and it would wring them out. We had clotheslines, bitch. We went and hung the clothes up outside. Washing machine and dry. Girl, I wish you would find a dry in the country. Bitch, it was outside, all natural air. I couldn't eat part of me, but I damn sure tore up some Vienna sausage. Girl, them Vienna sausages do not play. Do not play with me. Them Vienna sausages was the business. Okay? They was the straight up business. Yes, ma'am. You see, you better quit it today as well, girl. You know, girl. They fuck around and put some bacon on the stove around this bitch while the lights out. They all better stay sitting around the stove, because them bitches get up, go get water, come back, won't be no bacon nowhere on the stove. Because you know I ain't coming no with no 2 or 3 pieces. 2 or 3 pieces of bacon can't do shit for me. Period, point blank. I would hate for me to have to be cooking bacon over here with a power outage or something and no electricity, and I'm cooking and grilling and fixing stuff on the grill, because they couldn't have any bacon. They could have anything else but the bacon. Now I know I'll be swole up 2 sizes after eating all that salt. Oh yeah, that sodium will tear that ass up, but it'll be good going down. So I don't know. I look at all of the fighting and everything that's going on YouTube, and I just see it's like people found other things to be mad at. It's like they're using this virtual reality, this virtual platform, to be angry and to be mad and to take their frustrations out, because it's something in their real life that they're missing. And I'm like, are you not keeping up with real life events? Do you know we're in trouble? Like, are you keeping score? Are you watching? Nobody's watching. Nobody's watching. I'm almost afraid to say this. I might have to take this video down. I might have to take this video down when we get done, because these bitches gonna be back over here messing with me. Listen, I'm gonna share something with y'all that I've been holding for at least 2 weeks. And I was in a rabbit hole. This is just a feeling that I have. It's not a premonition. I'm not predicting it. It's just something that's in the back of my mind, and it won't go away. It's just like just gnawing at me. I told you, don't let the anxiety get the best of you, right? Don't be worried. Stop stressing. It ain't nothing you can do. Either way, it's going to be what it's going to be. If Cheeto wins, they going to get out there and clown. If Joe wins, they going to get out there and clown times 2. But what if? And my boss says, y'all know where I'm about to go when I say what if. You know, I'm finna take y'all down the rabbit hole. What if you look at how angry Donald is right now because the states he counted on or he hoped would come through for him didn't come through. Now he running around filing lawsuits telling them to stop counting because they don't have access, and how he's not gonna give up the White House, and he's not. Nigga, if you mad now and they ain't finished counting, what you gonna do when they get through counting and you lose and have to concede? Will you concede? Or will you cut on the revenge machine, the retaliation machine, the vengeance box? See, Donald could be a player over here in the beef sector. Why? Because just the one thing he wants so bad, and it's pulling away from him. He ain't got a grip on it like he thought. It ain't gonna come through for him like he thought. And it's all y'all fault that he didn't make it. So I gotta get y'all back. Well, how you gonna do it? The same way I gave y'all Killer Pete, I'm gonna give y'all one more. But this time it's gonna take y'all out. And then I'm going to say, well, I have the cure, or I know where the cure is, but I'm not sharing it unless I get A, B, and C. That is just something been going through my head for 2 weeks, and I've been trying to hold on to it. So tonight it's out. There it is. I said it. Just more of you for all to love, as my grandson would say. Aw, thank you today as well. But I really believe that Cheeto Head may get mad enough to unleash some shit on us if he don't get this presidency. Now, if y'all think Killer Pete is bad, just wait. Because, see, some people don't. It's people out here still do not believe Killer Pete exists. It's real. It's very real. It's man-made. And it can be deadly. The second wave was supposed to be deadlier than the first, but I can't tell because we're dropping like flies at the hands of the boys in blue. It's very hard to see anything else killing us. Now they done jumped up and decided the 4 men that killed George Floyd, oh, you gonna combine their trials and everything together. I wish John QQ was over here so I could ask him, how is that beneficial? How is that beneficial to them? Only thing I can guess of, well, if you try them separately, each one would have to be a witness against the other one or indict against the other one. But if you try them all together, then I guess they can't testify against each other. Is that how it works? Now that's scary. It's very scary today's world. And today I'm finally coming out with it because all of the shit that I just was seeing when I was sneaking in now today, and of course when I was running my errands, I had a little time to sit and look at some things on my phone, and I can't help but think, I'm looking at the second, it's like nobody's paying attention. They don't give a damn about the election. They busy fighting and, watching camera slips and want to see people's faces and, well, show your face. Like, who cares? Who cares what you look like? We all go. Listen, when old boy shot his shot to make you, it all looked the same. All the coochie lips is pink. What come out of them is all the same color, red. And when they pump a seed in you and you birth a seed, it bleeds red. The pigment of the skin might be different, but the internal makeup is all the same. Now, I'm looking at this man single-handedly trying to take us out. Who is us? The black and the brown people. Because he made it very clear from the get-go. He don't like us. He don't fuck with us. And he don't want to have nothing to do with us. But then today, I'm reading the anger and the frustration in a lot of people's voices in the different states that matter. And they're mad because the Hispanics voted for Donald. The Hispanics? Why would the Hispanics vote for Donald when Donald created ICE and implemented the immigration reform and deportation laws? So, you mean to tell me the Mexicans voted for a man that don't see it for them? That don't have no well wishes on them? Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you now, we still in the rabbit hole. Don't nobody cut no lights on. We are in the rabbit hole and I'm about to cut the rope. We about to be deep. You think it was a coincidence that he created the ICE program and immigrant deportation? Do you think that was a coincidence that he took y'all from y'all families and y'all kids and said he was going to get y'all the fuck up out of here and ship y'all home, but he got y'all down here in concentration camp? Y'all think that was coincidence? Look at it from this point of view. If he snatched the mom and the daddy from the kids, where the kids going? Because they was born here. So the kids get to stay whether mom and daddy don't. See how quickly human trafficking and child trafficking came and got happen? You see how quick it happened? You create this ICE and immigrant and deportation and all of this and snatching them from the workplace, the school, the home, the church, walking up, taking them, locking them up, and taking them away from their family. How do they find their kids when they get back to Mexico or Guatemala, Puerto Rico, Costa Rica? Well, how do they find their kids? How do they talk to their kids again? How do they phone their family in Nebraska and tell them to go get the kids in Oklahoma? How do they find them? Because y'all put them in the system. And then y'all transport them, and then the paperwork gets lost, and bam, they end up on the island on somebody's damn dinner table. I'm just saying. We all put our pants on the same way. Yes, we do today's world, one leg at a time. That's right. I'm trying to show you something. I don't know if you can see where I'm going. Maybe I have to cut the lights on. He came in to the White House willing to give the people what they wanted, how they wanted, and by any means necessary. He did it all. Now, Joe, you've been on the island too. How far are you willing to go? Because the first time Joe decided he ain't going to be the yes man, he going to start having some sacrifices to make. He might can't see it right now, but they won't be pretty, and he will definitely have to make them. We take pride on living in a country where we say it's the home of the free and the brave, and we brag about the things. But what's interesting to me is that I'm not feeling as free as everybody else is feeling. He know to play. Oh yeah, he know to play. I'm not feeling as free as everybody else is feeling. I'm not feeling as safe as everybody else is feeling. Because see, y'all didn't even let a coup happen. Y'all did not let another president, ambassador, prime minister, or whatever come over here and take my president out. Y'all let a fucking bug come in here and strip me from all of my constitutional rights. And I have a problem with that. Yeah, I have a problem with that. Because see, from the day you said we was in trouble, Donald lost power. FEMA is shot calling. Boss hogging. They the ones got this whole everything in motion. They're the ones using their playbook. We living under FEMA's rules. Donald just a face and a mouthpiece. He ain't talking about shit and ain't busting a grape. We looked at the executive orders one by one. We looked at the powers of FEMA and what they're capable of doing. And they don't have to speak to no one. They get permission from no one. They don't owe anyone an explanation. They do whatever the fuck they want to do, when they want to do it, how they want to do it, and be damned with what you think about it. And for me to find out when FEMA took charge, I am a naturalized, natural-born citizen of the United States of America, and I have constitutional rights. When FEMA took over, I lost my rights. I lost my rights to bear arms. I lost my right to a fair and speedy trial. I lost all of those rights. All of them. So did you. And I've never been to prison. Never. Constitutional. Never been to prison. See, when you're a felon, you lose rights as well. One of the rights that you lose, you can't vote. You can't vote. When you come out of prison, you cannot vote. Each step was one to get here. That's right, Just Be Real. That is right. Now, Some of the rights that we've lost. Our First Amendment is freedom of speech, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom of religion, assembly, a right to petition the government. They are stifling what we say on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. The networks, the news media has been bought and paid for and instructed on what they can and cannot say. I am a Baptist. I pray and worship my God at home. But you've once again taken away my freedom to assembly because of a bug. Now that's just the first Amendment rights. And I'm going to tell you something. If you don't know your constitutional rights, shame on you. But I'm going to help you out. See, I told y'all the story about my political science class. I didn't do no work. I volunteered with one of the professors who was running for mayor of my city. I did campaign work with him and volunteered. I didn't have to write no papers. I passed with a B. And my homegirl, she turned in my homework for me. But I can tell you one thing I did learn was my damn rights. Now, my Second Amendment rights is the right to bear arms. I got several arms and several armwear, wristwear, jewelry, right? But y'all don't want me to be able to use those. Matter of fact, y'all trying to take away everything that comes with bearing arms. It's okay. I'll fight you the whole way. I have a right to protect against your military coming into my home without a warrant, without a briefcase full of money for paying me for any damage in my time and energy and the space that you taking up in my house where people can't move freely. Because y'all up in here surveillancing somebody across the street or next door. I have a right against unreasonable search and seizure. And for you not to fuck with me without a warrant and probable cause. But now that FEMA's running the show, you gonna search me and dare me to resist. You're gonna lock me up until you figure out a reason as to why you locked me up and I'm stuck in there till you let me go. Ain't no judges working, so I can't bond out or bail out tomorrow. My Fifth Amendment rights say you cannot take me to trial without an indictment. You cannot charge me twice for the same crime. It's called double jeopardy. I will not self-incriminate. I will plead the Fifth. And don't touch my shit, it's mine. You said, bitch, I wish. We'll come get you, your dog, and your neighbor and lock y'all ass up till we get ready to let you go. Matter of fact, we're going to drive up in a little old white family Dodge Caravan, jump out in fatigues, snatch your ass up with no identifying name, no badge number, not showing no badge, not quoting you no laws, reading you no rights, grab you, throw your ass in the van, take you down, blindfold you, take you down to the jail, and lock your motherfucking ass up until somebody come talk to you, and we're not going to even tell you why. Let them know who we were. My Sixth Amendment, I have a right to a speedy trial. You lock me up, you charge me, I bail out, I see a judge in the morning for a court date, I come back with my lawyer and we fight. Quick. Yeah, okay. I have a right for you to tell me what you charging me of. I have a right to confront my accuser. I have a right to be confronted by my accuser, and I have a right to an attorney, whether I pay for them or whether you pay for them. We don't need to go into the difference between your counselor and a public defender, okay? Because they don't make no money. They're overworked, underpaid, and highly stressed, and probably some of the biggest pedos around. But hey, doctors and lawyers, you need them both. I have a right to trial by jury. The bug says no. The bugs say you'll do good if we even let you see a judge the same month that we arrested you. So sit back and shut up. That's what the bug told y'all to tell me? What? My 8th Amendment is supposed to protect me against you giving me excessive bail or excessive fines or torturing me in the goddamn jail because I won't tell you something you think I know. But FEMA said, well, if you don't give it to us, we just keep your ass in here until we see fit. Because FEMA can do that. FEMA can lock you up with no charges and hold you until they get ready to give you a day to see the judge. You shall not infringe on any of my rights. They are my constitutional rights bound by the government that leads this country. Powers not granted to the government belong to the state or to the people. I am the people. FEMA said they don't give a damn who you are or where you come from. You gonna go where we say go and do what we say do when we say it or else. See, that's why when a police officer pulls you over, you should be asking him, why is he pulling you over? What did he suspect you of doing? What did you do wrong? Because, see, that's a constitutional right. They have to tell you. They can't just be fucking with you. But, see, now that FEMA's in place, all kinds of things can happen. And nobody can do nothing about it. So you wonder why I continue to beg my people to get ready. Get ready. Because some very serious decisions are going to have to be made. And we want everybody to win. We want everybody to come out on top. We don't want nobody falling short. We don't want nobody hurting for nothing or needing nothing. We want everybody to win. I do. I want everybody to win. When they get ready to relocate these states, like that little map in that video that we saw a couple of months back, when they get ready to relocate these populations, they're going to use Mother Nature to do it. Now, I don't think they all that good in making the earthquakes, but they sure got them tornadoes and hurricanes down pat. So I'm guessing they're going to flood us out. Well, I mean, the map did say these are the places that are going to be underwater, so flood it is. If they flood out you and half of your family, what is tonight? Tonight is Thursday night. If it storms all night tonight and all day tomorrow and comes Saturday, you and your neighborhood get flooded out, half your family in that city, y'all all get flooded out, y'all shit floating down the street, y'all need help. Who y'all gonna call? Who y'all gonna go to? They took those. Well, what they didn't take them, just be real. When FEMA, and you have to go back and look at the old videos back in March. When FEMA, when Cheeto declared a state of emergency, once he made that declaration, he was stepping down. And there was even a video clip that I think I played in one of my videos where he said it was nice being your president. He spoke on it in past tense. But the time that he announced the state of emergency, he pretty much gave up his power. FEMA took over. FEMA came in like the HBIC. Like we the boss callers, head hogs, right? We do whatever the hell we want to do. We don't ask permission. And if you do something we don't like it, we overturn it. But nobody got the power to overturn FEMA, right? So when we looked into how FEMA was created from back in 76 with Jimmy Carter. He came up with this BS. When FEMA takes over, FEMA has a right and the power to do a number of things. One of the things, your constitutional rights say that if the police or feds need your home for surveillance, it needs to be a shitload of paperwork and a check accompanying them using your habitat as a ground place to spy on your neighbors. FEMA said, fuck the paperwork and the check, bitch. Open the door, we'll kick it down. And if you give us any problems, we'll arrest your ass and take you to jail while we camp out in your shit and finish doing what we came to do. See, your constitutional rights say you have a right to a speedy and fair trial. FEMA say, I'll lock you up and tell you when I get ready to tell you why I locked you up. You will stay until I get ready to let you out, and I don't need a judge to let you out. Now, they didn't say it exactly like what I'm saying, and I'm paraphrasing it. But we actually read the orders, each order. It says they have control over all of the air, the sea, the land, all modes of transportation, boats, planes, trains, everything. Well, we knew it was true, right? Because back when the people was saying, when the hospitals were so full, they was putting them out on the grass, saying we was running out of ventilators. We don't have no ventilators. We borrowing ventilators from hospitals down the street. Rich people, donors, and sponsors and shit start buying these ventilators and this PPE equipment and doing, buying this shit in massive amounts and shipping it to the hot spots. Goddamn FEMA going up there, pulling that shit right off the boat and taking it on to the hideaway spots, saying, not today. And we're saying what those are bought and paid for, just like Rihanna. Rihanna spent a few money getting ventilators for her country, right, where she was born. What did FEMA do? Met the plane when it landed, took all that shit, hauled ass with it. And her president, or whatever you call him, got right up on the TV and said they took our shit. And Rihanna paid for it with her own money. All of that was outlined in the order. They can do any of that, all of that. In the orders, it said they have the power to relocate entire populations. And when we read the executive order, I said, how you pick up and move somebody, a population? Like, bitch, that's the whole state. Like, how you pick up and move somebody? What, 4-5 months later, we found out that they've been playing with the weather. They've been playing God. So you bitches been out here creating these storms, thunderstorms, tornadoes, and hurricanes and shit, flooding people out, having mudslides, hurricanes and earthquakes create tsunamis and all. So y'all been behind that shit that ain't even God, that's y'all? So if you make it rain 40 days and 40 nights, you flood us out like we back in the book of Genesis. Now, them people ain't got no home to go back to because it ain't nothing to rebuild because it's all underwater. That's the plan. That's supposed to go down by 2022. Those 10 regions. Yes, when they said he wasn't the president, they took the seal off the podium. Wait, what? Yes, when they said he wasn't the president. When who said he wasn't the president? Wait, what you talking about, Just Be Real? Girl, let me put this comment up here. What you talking about, girl? Now, you going to have to tell me about that. I don't know nothing about that right there, about what you talking about. But what I do know is homeboy said he enjoyed being our president in past tense because he wasn't doing. Listen, this is some of the reason why people are trying to convince me and sway me that he really is a good guy, because they say a lot of the things he do and say we're not even paying attention. We're just taking it at face value, but he's giving us clues that he's trying to help us, the black people. Well, one reason why I never pick up on your subliminals or never hear your hidden and coded messages, because from the first time you say you didn't like black and brown, I wasn't fucking with you. I ain't trying to hear nothing that you got to say, period. It was a YouTube video I watched. When did they say he wasn't the president, though, and took the seal off the podium? Let me see. You can't remove the seal from the podium, but you can change where you're doing your things at. Let me look at it and see. I think I done found what you talking about. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, bitch. You are not lying. Just be real. Girl. The seal been gone since May. Hang on. Hang on. The seal is gone off of the podium in the White House. Hang on, I'm reading the article real quick to tell me something. Girl, sure did. But the way they smooth past it, if you didn't know what you was looking for, you wouldn't even be able to tell what was. Wow. And they talked about the people in the White House stood to leave, but he was only gone for a few weeks. It's a lot to look through, BBK. Just be real. And a lot of times when we come over here, we like to, as we say, jump down the rabbit hole. And girl, we be on here for hours finding stuff, looking up stuff, and I be showing stuff. But I'm on my cell phone right now, so I can't, get off of this page in the live. So I have to just pull stuff up on my laptop. And look, I'm so sleepy, I don't know what to do. I got up, I went in a little bit early this morning. I had to run errands. When I got back, I worked 2 hours late to make up my time. I ate dinner when I got back, so I'm not hungry, but I am so sleepy, I can't hardly keep my eyes open. And this is crazy. I just want to see something real quick. Girl, look at it tomorrow. Just make yourself a note. Girl. So it seemed like they're still talking about his people are more pissed off at him with how he handled Killer Pete. So that may have something to do with him not getting the states that he thought he was going to get. But the fact that he's a sore loser is more than enough for concern, because what are you going to do when you're out? Because you still got people that, you know what I'm saying, you can call for a favor on the inside if you need to. How's that going to work for you? Well, I need to go look at. I need to go, view all. It seems like sure did. I need to see what is that emblem. Let me get it. It won't get big. Come on, get big for me, babe. Seal of the President of the United States. They sure took it off. Now, what kind of message would that be sending where you take the seal off of the podium where the president speaks in his home, in the White House? Now, when you took the little small podium outside, you put the seal on it. And let me see the date on that. Let me see the date, because that might be old. That was at the UK. Okay, so he had that in the UK. Oh! Girl. Wait a minute. I can't make this bigger. They did. Girl, they was in New York. When did this happen? It's trying to tell me I reached my limit for free. Where is this happening? White House. I don't want your newsletter. Not today. I need it September 26th. September 26th. They was in the White House Rose Garden. They took the podium outside, the one that had the emblem on it. And they took a white cloth and covered the emblem. And a lady stood behind the podium talking while Cheeto Head stood to the side. I have to say, I told y'all that my people was giving me info that Cheeto Head might be doing, trying to do more for us than what we know or we're willing to accept. I definitely am picking up on some of the things that Momo, Mom of 3T, has sent to me on IG, all these articles and, different things like about what the Democrats do, the different, what do you call it, ceremonies and stuff that they do, and I don't know. Yeah, today's that shit is crazy. How I missed that, of all things? You done took the United States presidential seal off the damn platform and put up their White House. What did it say? Let me go back and look to see what it said, girl. It say, wait a minute, let me go. Let me tell you what it said. It said the White House, Washington. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Since May, it's been gone. They were saying it was symbolic of China taking over in the shadows. And I believe that. I do believe that, just be real. Do you think that was his doing? Look right above you today's Just Be Real put it in the chat. They were saying it was symbolic of China taking over in the shadows. China is taking over in the shadows. I truly believe that is one of the reasons why the elites are getting sued. They've been named in that lawsuit, that class action lawsuit. The lawsuit that had 14 charges, I believe, and one of those charges was conspiracy to commit genocide. Yeah. Listen, let me tell you something. on Instagram, we see videos and pictures from all over the world. But over there in India and those third world countries, we see videos when men or women get caught stealing, they beat them to death. Sticks, stones, break your bones, all this shit. Run you over, drag you on the back of a truck, let the dogs attack you. If you rape a child, they beat you to death. Stick, stone, cut your throat, shoot you in the head. They come into restaurants. They kill you broad daylight. They walk into your property with armed cameras. They do all of the things. When you do some wrong shit, they get you. To me, it's like another purge. Except they're just wiping out the trash. Over here, people are searching for the trash. They're searching for tangible goods and drinks and foods and things to sustain their families. Was that ceremony that they had? I don't know if it was, but the one thing I know, he is on the BS for. Oh, absolutely, just be real. Big facts. Big facts today as well. So yeah, wow. So I done been on here with y'all almost 2 hours, ranting and raving. Again, don't let your anxiety get the best of you because you're itching to know who's gonna win, who had the most numbers. Don't let it take over. Don't let it take over. Go about your life. Continue to try to, prepare yourself. And I can't even tell you right now to check your will and make sure it's in order, because, and I'm just going to take y'all just a little while down the rabbit hole. I can't even tell you to get your will in order, because if something happens out here and they want to put your death on Killer Pete, you will be treated like a contagious piece of fungi. You will be bagged up, sealed up, thrown on the back of a truck, and be dropped off in a makeshift grave. Who's going to get the death certificate? Who's going to go to the lawyer to get whatever you left in the will? How long will it take them to do the death certificate? What will the death certificate say? Will the life insurance pay? Like, all of these things. All of these things. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna lay my ass down, because when I tell you I'm sleepy, child, when my head hit the pillow, I know probably be snoring to the left and slobbing on the right. But But tomorrow's Friday. And maybe, if God wills, maybe we'll get some information that we can, have more commentary to talk about. More commentary to talk about. And let me tell you something else. I know we all like a little mess every now and again. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I love a good kiki every now and then. But I'm going to tell you something. Go visit places where you can sit back and watch and kill yourself laughing and not have to type one word. Now that is somewhere where you can go and have a good kiki, where you can sit up, listen, laugh. And we just sat up. I'm gonna tell you this and I'm gonna let you go. We sat up and watched Ricky Smiley do a thing tonight. He was like hosting some kind of comedic, and it was the special needs guy. I think he had what they call Down syndrome. He came up and said he wanted to sing to the ladies. Baby, let me tell you something. Ricky Smiley went out there in the audience and was dragging him the whole time. But that Down syndrome boy, he wasn't as special as you think, because Ricky Smiley told him somebody go into the voting booth with him. He'll fuck around and make the wrong voting choice and vote Cheeto head back in for another 4 years. And the Down syndrome boy said, hey, because, he couldn't pronounce good. You couldn't understand what he was saying. He said, hey, what you say out there? And then Ricky Smiley made the response, GTFOH, like, get the out of here, right? Honey, that little Down syndrome boy told him, fuck you. He said, fuck you. I was like, wait, what? And, I know we going to hell for laughing, but he was supposed to be singing to the girls. He can't sing. Then he called the man up, and they was talking like they was really strategizing. And then the Down syndrome boy would say, oh, yeah, my lady. And then the black dude would say, oh, yes, my lady. Ricky Smiley said, wait, he done brought a song interpreter? The man gonna interpret the song, the English girl? When I tell you we laughed, let me tell you something. I never typed a word. I sat there and laughed from the start of that video to the end. I never typed a word. I hollered the whole time. That's an escape. And with that being said, y'all have a good night. I love y'all. Please hit the like button on your way out or nah, whichever way your spirit leads you. We would appreciate it. Remember, thumbs up, thumbs down, doesn't matter. Either way, it's all engagement. Y'all stay blessed. I'll see you tomorrow.